So, welcome everybody to this Monday Night Live Facebook broadcast that also goes out on Twitter and also goes out on LinkedIn. So I'm going to stop calling it a Facebook broadcast, but thank you if you are joining us on Facebook. I can see Kev's just joined, Tom's in the house, Brendan, Lowry, Rachel, Sarah. That's all I can see because all the other people, again, Facebook just throws your comments away from me, guys. Apologies, I can only see a couple at a time. If you are listening on the audio experience or you're watching on the replay on YouTube or Facebook, thank you so much for being here. Tonight is a little bit of a different kind of broadcast. We've not done this for a while. It's all about you guys who are here live, okay? And if you are listening to this on the replay, I would love your feedback as well. You can always tweet me your ideas at ActOnThisTV, at Ross A. Grant. I feel we are coming up to a pivotal point in the year where I don't want to speak too soon, but things are going to start getting far greater normality about them in terms of the world opening up. I think we have in the UK, well, in England anyway, we have our first, our next stage of lifting sort of lockdown restrictions on the 17th of May. I think that's 17th. That's right, in a week today. And then 21st of June, fingers crossed, if all goes to plan, then we're going to be lifting these restrictions. I'm still probably going to be wearing a mask, to be honest, and staying my distance from people. But it does mean that, I don't know, I feel like super optimistic. It does mean that I think more and more stuff in our industry is going to open up. We have spoken all along over the last year that in TV particularly, stuff hasn't ground to a halt. I think that was something that a lot of actors, if I'm going to be completely brutally honest, have sort of used as an excuse for not getting out there. Oh, well, it's quiet at the moment, isn't it? Well, it's not been that quiet for the last year. First 6 months of COVID was very quiet. And theatre, completely. It's so good to see, people talking about getting back into theatres. Theatre obviously was hit much harder than TV. But I want now over the next, how many weeks would it be? So we've basically got, what have we got? 3 weeks in May left. Then we got 4. So we've got, what, I don't know, roughly 8 weeks, 9 weeks, right? Before we're going to be able to get back out there and sort of do stuff in a far more, what is normal? I can say a normal way, but in a way that we used to back in the day. And what I want to do over the next 9 weeks is bring you guys in the Acts on This community, particularly those who are members of ActsOnThis.tv. If you're not a member, get yourself over to ActsOnThis.tv/live right now. Check out the live schedule of events that we've got going on this month. Get a membership. You are absolutely, I'm just going to say it brutally, you just, I'm going to just stop pussyfooting about. You're hurting your career if you're not involved with this. You are hurting your career if you are not a member of ActsOnThis.tv. Every single week we bring on the biggest names in the industry, the biggest casting directors, agents, actors, writers, producers. We hold a private Zoom call just with members, and you get the inside scoop on absolutely everything that's going down in the industry. You get to jump on camera. We get the chance to jump on camera, speak to our guests. If you can't make it to one of these events, they get recorded. They're in the vault for you. We've got an app, so you can take them in really, really easily. But what I want to do is get feedback from you guys tonight, so that over the next 9 weeks, I bring you everything that you could possibly need, so you are so ready for the 21st of June that when it comes around, I don't want anyone here having to get ready, right? It's not about that. So many people will be waiting for those restrictions to lift before they actually go and do anything. And they're going to be crawling. It's almost like crawling into a new year, isn't it? When people don't plan what they're going to do in the new year after Christmas, and they sort of crawl into a new year, and then they don't really get going until February and March. Whereas if you planned in December what you were going to do in the new year, you can sort of run into the new year and embrace it. So that's how I see this, really. It's almost like a new beginning halfway through a year. It's like we're being born again in the middle of 2021. But that means I want to get all of the content ready for you guys. I want to bring you stuff that's super relevant, and I'm going to need your feedback for that. So I've got a list of things here that I want to go through. Don't really know in what order, to be honest, because they're all quite important. I might start off with just let's start in chronological order. Let's start off with what is happening in the ActsOnThis.tv community this week, right? So if you are not a member of ActsOnThis.tv yet, you might not have joined any of our mastermind sessions, but we've got a cracking one this Thursday night. We do it every week, every Tuesday or Thursday evening, with two of my favourite people in casting. We've got Mr. Tom Payne and Lucy Allen. They're Tom's casting assistant. Lucy Allen is casting associate to Daniel Edwards, one of the biggest casting directors in the industry. Between them all, they cast huge shows like Line of Duty, things like Heartstopper, a brand new Netflix drama, ITV's Grace starring John Sim. Daniel's done everything over the years, just so many great things. Ripper Street, Mr. Selfridge. He did Responsible Child. That was a great drama last year that won an international Emmy. He just does huge stuff. And they're going to be joining us on this Thursday night because I want you guys to sort of meet more casting assistants and associates, because I just think if you're not on their radars as an actor, again, you're missing out massively. If you're just focusing on casting directors who are the busiest people within the office, who are getting 40, 50 emails a day, and you're not putting yourself and your showreel and your material in front of the associates and the assistants as well, who are the casting directors of tomorrow, again, I think you're hurting your career. So I've got a little trailer. This is happening. If you remember, you get access to this as part of your membership, 7:30 p.m. this Thursday. And also, it's going to be a little party as well. Watch this. All will be revealed. Actors, if you are looking to work in top TV drama, you do not want to miss this. Our next ActOnThis.tv member live mastermind session is taking place on Zoom on Thursday, the 13th of May at 7:30 p.m. with this dynamic duo here, fresh from casting new Netflix drama Heartstopper, The Formidable Line of Duty, and ITV's Grace, which is going again, I have heard. It's casting assistant Tom Payne and casting associate Lucy Allen from Daniel Edwards Casting. Lucy, welcome back. Tom, first time on Act on This, mate. What are we going to be chatting about on Thursday night, folks?
We want to talk about social media and actors using social media, and also how we as casting associate and casting assistant use social media, TikTok and Instagram to find new talent.
Also touching on, as actors, how you're your own brand and using social media as a way to sort of really use that as a platform and sort of find your own authenticity through that.
I absolutely freaking love it. I love actors putting stuff out there on social media. Massive advocate of that. Actors, if you do want to get involved in this, you want to literally have the opportunity to jump on camera, have a little one-to-one with Lucy and Tom. Any questions you have on casting, auditions, getting in front of these guys, getting in the room now, we're maybe allowed back in the room at some point soon, self-tapes, whatever you want, get yourself over to actonthis.tv/live right now for full details of how you can get involved in this session and all future sessions. We do it every single week with top industry people. And to finish, a little bit of pressure on you guys. I ask everybody this question. Why don't actors want to miss this session in particular, folks?
Because it's nearly my birthday.
So it's kind of like a pre-birthday party.
I love it. Pre-birthday party for Lucy. Bring presents, otherwise you're not coming in. ActOnThis.tv/live. Boom, actonthis.tv/live if you want to be on that session. So yeah, it's not only going to be a cracking session on, and I freaking love the topic that this is really going to be based around as well. How many times have I been saying over the last, 8 years, 9 years? I've been such an advocate of putting your stuff out and building a personal brand on social media, to now hear people from the biggest casting offices in the world say that they are, encouraging actors to do that. They are finding people for shows via apps like TikTok, Instagram, all these kind of platforms that I've been sort of harping on about for absolute years and years. It's just amazing because I always knew it was going to go that way. If you have not yet sort of built a bit of a, and don't get the word brand twisted. All brand means really is your reputation, and your reputation is really what people say about you when you're not in the room, right? So in terms of, if your name came up in conversation, if you don't have any kind of brand or reputation at all because you're not putting yourself out there, then your name can never come up in conversation. But if you are, working consistently to put material out there that is valuable, that's entertaining, that either makes people laugh, evokes any kind of emotion, and you are putting in front of the right people, so people are talking about it, and there's lots of actors in our community and our industry doing that consistently at the moment. You will know of them if you use Twitter at all. You will see the same faces being retweeted all the time, just normal actors, not famous people, but because they're putting consistent content out. It's not only going to be a session on that, it's going to be pre-drinks for Lucy's birthday. So if you want to come along, actonthis.tv/live, get your membership, join us. It's just, these sessions are just a cracking way to really get to know the human beings behind these titles of casting director, agent, casting associate, casting assistant. You really will. You get to ultimately build your personal brand via these sessions or via getting in touch with these people once we've run these sessions with them. Again, I just think if you're not getting involved, you're making a big mistake. And so that's going to be Thursday. Let me know if you're going to be there in the chat. I'm seeing lots of people in the chat as well celebrating the fact that they've now booked theatre tickets. good. It's good, isn't it? It's good. You know what? And I'm not even like being a massive like theatre goer over the years, but I'm like, even me, I'm thinking, yeah, I quite like to go out and take in a show. Definitely, just go to the cinema. You know what? Just go to the cinema. I'm more of a cinema goer than a theatre goer, but it will just be amazing to get out there, won't it? I just really hope that like everything stays on track. Johnny Weldon says Bex is a very good example of Twitter. Yeah, exactly. So's Harry. What's his name? Harry. Oh, I can't remember his second name. He just has landed a role, and I don't know if it's completely coincidental. I mean, he's had a decent acting career so far anyway, but he's just landed a role in the UK remake of Call My Agent. And he's a newcomer, effectively, in terms of, fame. He's had a decent agent for a while, and he's done some good shows. But I'm wondering the fact that his Twitter videos get such traction, and he's got such a great personality on, he's very satirical on those videos, just screams sort of that world of actor agent kind of lifestyle. I wouldn't be surprised if the material he's put out on Twitter hasn't really helped get him in the room for that, or even, sort of convince them that he's the right guy for the job. It really is a big, big thing. So yeah, do come and get involved in that. I just think it'll be invaluable. What was I talking about before that? Yeah, lots of people are saying they're going to the theatre or the cinema. I'm well up for that. So that's Thursday. The next thing I wanted to talk about, and let me know if you want this, because I really want to do this again. You might not have been aware, but last August, I had so many people in our industry. Yeah, Harry Trevaldin win. I can't say his name, Steve. Steve's put his name in the chat there. Yeah, last August, I had so many people in the community. I ran some surveys, again, asking what you guys want. And one of the biggest things that came up was that people in our community were still after their first TV credit. Lots of people were working towards it. They sort of had an idea of what they had to do. But I saw a lack of action, if I'm being brutally honest. And that was down to sort of mindset a lot of the time, and sort of like feeling good enough, and whether people were actually, believing in their own potential to land that first credit. I think they liked the idea of it, but a lot of people were scared to stretch themselves into that stretch zone to actually go and achieve it. So I put together a program called First TV Role Fast Track Live, and it was a beta program. So it was just basically a program that I was developing, and I brought in, I think I let in around 120 actors. And what this was, it was a paid for event, just to be completely transparent. It was pretty expensive as well. Again, just to be completely transparent. But in that training, it was a full day, and we had like follow-up stuff online as well. We've got a private Facebook group for accountability and support, forevermore, basically. It was 10 hours. I took people through literally step by step what I did to get probably, honestly, my first 15 TV roles. Because I was like, there really is. There's no formula for me to go, if you do exactly this and this, you're going to land the job, because obviously there's quite a few variables. Your talent, sort of like the amount of action you're going to take, how dedicated you're going to be, your consistency. But there really are steps that you can take that I can categorically say, if you fulfill all of these on a consistent basis, you will land your first TV job in just a matter of time. And now it's been freaking incredible. 2 people last week got their first TV job from that who had been through that program. One of them, very well. I won't announce it yet because it's for him to announce. The other actress, Lena, she announced it on Twitter today. But we've also had people like Lawrence Russell. He's landed roles on EastEnders. We had David Carpenter in the Acts on This Community. He's just through implementing what we've been doing on the mastermind sessions, just landed 6 episodes as a lead in The Bay season 3 for ITV. That guy's just absolutely on fire. But we also had Jo in the Fast Track group as well. She landed a role last year. She was the first person actually to go from that program to get a role. And there's lots of people who have got auditions as well. Like I say, I can't go and audition for you. But we had like Wendy, I think, did she have 1 or 2 auditions for EastEnders last year? Had lots of people getting auditions. Maggie got a couple of auditions, I think, recently for TV. There's been lots of action. So now I'm at the point where I'm like, right, there's enough social proof here that people have implemented this stuff and it's freaking worked. I always knew it would work, but I just needed people to put the work in and actually do it. So I want to kind of run the training again. What I was going to do is, the idea last time was to basically film the beta version of it, because as I took people through it, package that up and then sell that as a standalone course. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I'm like, you know what? I actually want to, now I know even more, and I've seen people go through it, I can tweak it to make it even more effective. I want to run the entire course again. Those people who were on it the first time, you will get access to the recordings of the updated version, so you're not going to have to pay again. If you want to attend it live, I'll do it at a super, super discounted rate for you guys because you've already been through it. But it means that there will be another intake that I want to do in July, probably the week before the world opens up again, to make sure people are motivated as hell to get out there and get shit done. Let me know if it's something that you'd be interested in, because I'm going to run a free training alongside it, because I always do that. So Dom says he's trying to get his first TV credit. There's probably, let me know how many people here are, because I really want to do this now. Particularly, I've seen so many people implement the stuff and it worked. Because what I'll be able to do on this next intake is, in the first intake, I shared my own emails that I'd sent out to casting directors back in the day, and the replies that I'd got on the parts on TV that had led to, and some publicity that had led to as well. But now we've got tangible case studies, effectively, of what people in the program have sent out. I'll literally be able to show you emails that they have sent out since being on the program, the replies that they got, again, the auditions that led to, and then we're going to see the roles that they played on TV. It does work. So let's have a look. Loads of people saying, yes, looks like yes, can't wait to sign up. Who's that? Is that Ella? Caitlin says defo up for that. I'd certainly put my name forward, says Danielle. Right, because what I want to do is how this works. And again, I'll just be completely transparent with you. A lot of people bullshit people around this and how they end up sort of selling programs. I'll just be completely straight with you. And if you want to do it, you can do it. If you don't, you don't. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to run a free training in June. I think it's probably going to be June the 5th, roughly June the 5th. I might do it twice in June. I did put it down on a page I made for Acts on this today as the 5th. I'll give you that page in a minute so you can at least get on the waiting list if you want. That training will be completely free. It'll be about 45 minutes to an hour training, taking you through the basics of exactly what I teach within the program. And that genuinely is free. It'll give you a taster for, how it works, what it's like. And if you want, you can just go away and do all of it on your own if you want. It'll be a little bit like sort of shooting in the dark. Or if you want to, on that free training, I will offer, that's when I'll open up the doors to sell tickets to this event. It's completely online, so it's all on Zoom. There's no, there's no in-person thing or anything like that. You can be wherever you want in the world. One day maybe we'll run it in person when everything is back to normal. But what I'll do, at the end of that is those people who attend that training, which will not be recorded, you'll get the opportunity on that training to actually be one of the first people to get on the major, like the main program. It's called First TV Role Fast Track Live. This time round, I'm going to do, it might even fall across 2 days. Last time it was just on a Saturday and it was all day. But I've got an idea now for bonus sessions and particularly special guests as well. I want to bring in a few big players from the industry, probably on the Sunday. So we'll do the main training on the Saturday. It'll all be recorded. And then I maybe do some stuff on the Sunday, which will be sort of like, it'll be more guest-led sessions. Casting directors will bring some great actors on just to go through a few other things that I've seen hold people back from the previous training. One of those things was self-tapes, so we're going to get someone to come in, someone like Babu Cisse, BAFTA-nominated actor who just crushes it with self-tapes. I'll probably get him to come in and do a self-tape sort of session on the Sunday. I'll get a casting director from Serial Drama, top casting director from Serial Drama, to come in on the Sunday as well. And I want to run a session on mindset. I keep seeing actors getting in their own way. And I see myself in that, where I was like 15 years ago, just not believing in myself at all. So I'll probably do that on the Sunday. So basically, there was a discount for the first load of people to sign up, I think, get in there fast. Yeah, so there'll be some bonuses for people who ultimately, I just want to reward fast action takers. So there will be some bonuses that will be exclusive for people who jump on whilst we're actually on that webinar. Dom says, let's do this. I'm excited. I'm freaking excited. Because genuinely, it is like, if there's people here who did it, let me know. Because I'm going to do a group call with you guys. If you did it last year, let me know how you found that. I mean, give me some comments now. Because I will do a session with you guys before, like a private one, before I even do this new one. Because I want to again get your feedback, and we'll just make sure that everybody who did it last time is completely on track. And then if you want, you'll get the recordings of the new one for free. If you want to be there live, just because everyone will have paid tickets to be there live, and we'll be taking live Q&A. I'll have to prioritize the people who are paying this time around. If you want to be there live, I'll give you like a mega discounted rate, like, you know, I don't know, 90% off or whatever if you want to be there live, but you'll get the recording, because I promise you guys, you would always get updates to that course. So that still stands. You'll always get those updates. I won't, you know, you'll never have to pay for those. This will be held in Manchester, I guess. Right, so Brendan, this is online. This is all on Zoom. The Saturday and Sunday will be on Zoom, but I would love to do something towards the end of the year on something completely different in person. I would love to do that as well. Steve said it was great. No roles, but no, I'm on a casting. It's just radar more than I was. Steve, mate, it's just a matter of time for you. It's not even been... I mean, what has it been? About 9... what will it have been? What is it? May, June, July, August. It's been about 8 months, Steve. So, you know, I reckon anyone who goes on this course, I reckon within a year, you'll do... Everybody who was, let's say 2 people booked a role this week. I mean, some people, like Wendy, started getting roles. Not roles, getting auditions for EastEnders really quick off the bat. I mean, it ultimately just empowers you and shows you exactly what you should be sending out, how you should be sending stuff out, the shows you should be targeting. We go through your casting type. We go through really nailing sort of like, you know, a package that you are sending out and how you're putting yourself out there. It's great. I just think it just literally gives you a laser focus. So many people are like, I just haven't got a clue, you know, sort of what I'm doing. Ricky said would love some affiliate training. I'm going to write that down, Ricky. I'll mention that at the end. Let's do that. I'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll talk about that at the end. So, if you want to get on, this is just provisional. I probably won't publicise this anywhere else outside of this broadcast tonight. If you want to get your name down for the free training, that will also, you know, open up the tickets to the full training. If you get yourself over to actonthis.tv/training, you'll see this page now. I've provisionally booked it in for the 5th of June. The program won't be until July. It'll be a few weeks after this, but this is where the free training is going to be and where you'll be able to get your place. So if you go to actonthis.tv/training, fill that form in there. It'll instantly, within 3 or 4 minutes, send you a Zoom link in your email. Keep that Zoom link safe. I'll be reminding everybody of that link anyway before the training begins. But that will get you basically on the first rung of what we're going to do on this first TV role Fast Track Live. So yeah, 5th of June 2021, 10 a.m. That's a Saturday, as far as I know. Just double check that I have done that right. It should be a Saturday morning. I was rushing a bit when I made that page before, but yeah, actonthis.tv/training if you want to go and get on that list. So that's that. Let me tick that off. So we've talked about Tom and Lucy on Thursday. We've talked about first TV role Fast Track and the free training. Oh, next thing, right. This would be, I don't want to discriminate, but this is going to be a member-only thing, because if I open this up to everybody, then I don't think it would work, basically. I think it'd be a bit overwhelming. I'm thinking about creating a Telegram group. Has anyone heard of the app Telegram? I'm in a few Telegram groups for various other things outside of the acting industry. Some things are to do with business, some things are to do with... it's dodgy, innit? I've started getting into cryptocurrency. Some things are to do with health and fitness. But Telegram's an app a bit like WhatsApp. And you can create groups on there, and ultimately they can be groups where you guys can create topics and chat amongst yourselves, but then I can just keep people completely updated with what's going on at a minute's notice, rather than me emailing you and you having to check your inbox and then maybe missing an email. Like tonight, I sent the email out for this 15 minutes before I went live. I know not everybody gets a chance to check their email between 8 and 9 o'clock, so you might be watching or listening to this on the replay because you missed the email. Whereas I know everyone's got the phone in their hand all the time, so if I sent a message to the Telegram group, you're going to get a notification a lot quicker than you would do if you if you were checking your email. So we've got options. I was thinking Telegram's good. I mean, we could create a WhatsApp group, but Telegram is decent. I'm seeing people use it in quite sort of like ingenious ways when it comes to creating community online. So it just seems a little bit more immediate. Let's have a look. Editor says yes, I've used it for other trainings online. Quite helpful. Let's see what other people are saying. Oh yeah, and people are putting the link to that training page. Yeah, it's actonthis.tv/training to get on that list. actonthis.tv/training. I think Rach said you've used it. But yeah, that was just something that I was thinking about, and it's just like an extra. It's just a way, sort of like, again, for you guys to have some really focused support effectively, for each other, and also I feel like I would have slightly more direct access to you guys. I couldn't be in there all the time, otherwise I wouldn't get anything done at all. But it's something that I'm thinking about. So again, drop me a tweet or something like that. If you're listening on the audio experience, you're listening on the replay, you're watching on the replay, leave a comment. Just let me know if you'd be interested in that. It's just an idea for now, but I wanted to put it to you guys. The other thing was, I just mentioned the self-tape class I wanted to do with Babu. I'm going to get him to do a special session for First TV Roll Fast Track, but I also want him to do a session for general premium members as well, if he'd be up for it. If we were going to do that, it would be a session on self-tapes where basically it couldn't be sort of, not everybody would get a chance to put their self-tape forward, but we might be able to get sort of 8 to 10 self-tapes from members of the community. Like we do Show Real Surgery, you'll all be able to jump on the session and watch, but we would choose at random 8 to 10 members of ActsOnThis.tv, 8 to 10 of your self-tapes. You'd put forward like the best self-tape you think you've done in the last year. And we choose 10 at random. We try and get through 10 anyway. And then Babu, who is literally the king of self-tapes. For those who don't know Babu Cisse, incredible actor. He just is finished on starring in a brand new Sky drama called Wolf that will be out. I don't know if it'll be out this year, actually. Maybe late this year, early 2022. Probably one of the most talented actors I know, and just God, like the guy's charisma and energy and just sort of like his just presence is incredible, and he's just incredible at self-tapes. So we would play them, Babu would critique them, and sort of give all of his feedback on it. If we were going to do that, do you want to do that on one of our Tuesday or Thursday night sessions that we have? Or would you want to do that at the weekend if we did that as like an extra on a Saturday, just to make sure that as many people could join as possible? It would probably be down to Babu's schedule as well. Beck says his mindset, he's good, isn't he? He's good. But let me know. Just literally write like normal or write Saturday if you think it would be better. What about confidentiality? Would it have to be clips that have been broadcast? It's a tough one, that. I mean, basically, because we probably wouldn't record it, I don't think it'd matter. It would have to be what happens on that stays on that. Basically, we probably wouldn't record that one. Anytime is good, says Dom, because I just see it in my head as like extracurricular. But maybe we do just do it on a normal night, if people are used to that Tuesday and Thursday night. I just know people are going to be like, maybe being able to go to acting classes again and stuff like that. So maybe, not everybody's going to be available on those evenings. Sandra wants a self-tape training Tuesday for Surrey. Anytime is good. Bex is saying right. We maybe just do it as an ordinary session then. I'm probably just overthinking it. But I'll keep you posted on that. But I'm going to definitely make that happen. I'm going to WhatsApp Babu after this. We're going to sort that out. Meetups in person was the next thing. Now, we're going to be allowed to do those after the 21st of July. No, June, isn't it? 21st of June, yeah. I'm getting confused. 21st of... It is June, isn't it? Or is it July? 21st of June, isn't it? Yeah, 21st of June. That's when lockdown lifts. Are you? And again, I only want to do it if people are confident. I understand we've just spent 14, 15 months or whatever in lockdown, and I'm certainly not, I think, completely okay with just going straight back to normal. When we do start the meetups again, would you guys be happy for them to start like straight away? Are you confident enough? Do you feel okay? So, like, I know loads of you will be vaccinated, so it's all right, but I ain't yet. I think maybe by June I will be. The super young people in the community probably won't be. Let me know just how you feel about, like, getting back in the mix with stuff, if you're going to be okay with it. We've been running the meetups on Zoom for so long. I'm so used to it. And they do have advantages because, obviously, people from all around the world can join in. We're still going to do those, but I will, maybe we'll alternate it where we do, I don't know, one online, one in person. It does mean, unfortunately, Sandra, you have to come over to the UK. And other people like Lawrence have to come over to the UK from America just for a Saturday meetup, because you guys obviously aren't just going to be able to just jump on over to Manchester that easily, are you? Beck said I'd be up to meetups in cafes and pubs, said Brendan, happening from next week. Yeah, they are, aren't they, actually, mate? That's it, yeah, from the 17th. I don't know if it's like a limit on the number of households, though, Brendan. I think we wouldn't be, obviously, if we bring 40 households together in a meetup, that's still probably illegal, I think, isn't it? Sort of like 2 households from the 17th of May. I think, can meet indoors. So we will have to wait until June to actually do that. Caitlin says it's a big thing for me at the moment. Throwing myself in isn't a good idea. I think, yeah, absolutely. It's but I would certainly be up for it. Online is a bit easier. Dom would love to meet up. Haven't been to Manchester in ages. I'd be up for a meetup. Says Nat, bit nervous, but if it was outdoor, it'd be great. I guess it depends on the weather. They've got a great outdoor seating area at Home Theatre. Hell yes, says Chris. Get me a home cappuccino, says Alex. Still socially distanced, says Ethan. Oh, tables of 6. Is that what it is, Brendan? Is that so? Tables of 6 from May, is it? May the 17th. We'll have to look at the until the 21st of June. Yeah, I think then after that it's like literally it's all good. Joe says would love a meet some of the community in person. London here, so yeah, Joe, it'll be happening again at the BFI on South Bank. As long as Wendy and the crew down there are happy to do that. I just don't want to push people into doing something that they still feel a little bit nervous about. Because like I say, I'll still probably be wearing a mask for quite a while. Only 2 households or 6 different. What's that? Only 2 households. Or 6 different, up to 6 different people, says Gary, for next week. But yeah, from June we should be all good then. June the 21st. We'd love to meet up, says Sophie. Getting sick of technical issues with Zoom. Yeah, it is. It's interesting. I wonder what's going to happen to Zoom's share price when all this happens. Home has a massive outdoor area now as well. Good for distancing. Yeah, you know what? If the weather's good, luckily it's summer in it. If the weather's good, we can do that. And I don't want to neglect anybody who's not in the UK or isn't easily available to go to one of the meetups. We'll still do the online ones as well. That's no problem. Just on just one side. What's this, Bill? If you have more than one person in a scene with you, make sure the none of it. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a different conversation, Bill. I think people are having in the comments there. Home is so big outside, it should technically be called away, says Steve. I love it. Right, okay. So we'll do that then. That was the next thing on the list. Meetups, right. Next thing. This is something I'm gonna put live this week. Those people who have been messaging me asking for, I did the self-tape kit. If you go to actonthis.tv/self-tape, you can get a download, like a list of the kit that I use for self-tapes. It's just quality stuff that, if people are like, I'm not sure what lighting to use or what microphone to use or tripod and that sort of stuff. I just literally put my kit list on there. Loads of people have messaged me to say, could I do the same thing for a voiceover kit list? Now, I've done that. I've put it together. I've just got a few little things to tidy up on that page, but I am going to put that out this week. That was just something I wanted to mention because I know I've been saying I'll do that for a while, and there's been quite a few people who've messaged me this week saying, is that list up yet? And I'm like, no, sort of, almost, but I will send everybody a message about that. And it's just, again, it's not like the be-all and end-all. It's just the voiceover kit that I personally use for all of my sessions. The microphone, the studio arm, sort of the cradle that the microphone sits in. Also literally down to the USB cable I use to connect to my laptop. The software I use to connect to different studios, the editing software that I use, and I record genuinely national TV adverts on this kit. It's really great quality and it doesn't cost a lot of money. I think the whole thing together, 250, 300 quid, something like that. So you don't have to go out there and think, to get a home studio, I've got to spend thousands. In reality, the environment you put the kit into is probably more important. You can put in a 5,000 microphone into a room that's echoey and it'll sound shit. You can put a 50 quid microphone into a decent environment with no reflections and no echo and it'll sound great. And that's why I work, and a lot of voiceover actors work literally out of their wardrobes. Because all of the clothes sort of absorb all of the reflections. The amount of time engineers are like, wow, Ross, what setup have you got there? It sounds great. And I'm almost cringing thinking, God, if I could send you a picture of what I am doing this recording on, you wouldn't want to see it. I don't know how much confidence you would have in me. But I record voiceovers all the time. I've been in the voiceover industry 15 years. I really know what I'm doing with voiceover, and I swear the kit that I will put on that list is all that you need. You can get fancier if you want, but ultimately, no matter how expensive your microphone is, if you're not a good voiceover artist or it's not in a good room, a good environment, it's not going to get you any work. So I would rather people spent their money on training, first and foremost, getting a demo together, and the environment they were going to put that microphone in, as opposed to going out and getting loads of kit, which we all love doing. Let's just be completely honest. We all love spending money. Feels great, doesn't it? when you go, oh, I'm going to buy all this new stuff for this new thing I'm going to go and do, whether that's trainers if you're getting in shape, or your gym kit, or a computer or a camera because you're going to start your own short films or your own vlog, and it feels great whilst we're procrastinating, because that's what it is, a high level of procrastination where we convince ourselves that actually the camera or the microphone is the most important thing. When really, after we've bought it, we shit our pants and go, oh my God, now I've actually got to start using it. And we realise that getting proficient at it isn't actually as much fun as it was just splurging the cash. So I'd rather people didn't splurge all that cash on kit and actually, got some, some decent training. So I will put that up later this week. This was just something that people requested. This is more for non-members. So if you're not a member of Acts on This, again, I keep banging on about it. You should be, until I'm blue in the face. I'm like, look, it's the best thing you could do for your career. But if you want some stuff for free, there was lots of people who were asking about agents. Like, I really want to get an agent. I keep seeing this hashtag seeking representation on Twitter. So I created this page here at actonthis.tv/seeking rep. actonthis.tv/seeking rep. And what you'll find on here are just some clips. So what we got, I think it's 4 clips from some of the best mastermind sessions I've held with some of the biggest agents in the industry. People like Lizzie Ferguson there from Hamilton Haddell, Janet Hampson from Janet Hampson Personal Management. We've got Guy Howe, the CEO of WGM Atlantic Talent Group. And we've got Nicola Bolton and Brian Polizzi from Nicola Bolton Management there. Just giving some real solid advice about approaching agents, how to do it, how to write your emails, what they want to see, what they don't want to see, how to work with your agent if you've already got an agent you're happy with. I just thought it'd be helpful for people. And if you want to get access to the full, these are like 2-hour sessions, each of these. There's little green buttons there. You can press a button, get a membership. Again, just get a month if you want. No obligation to carry it on. Cancel anytime you want. But actonthis.tv/seeking rep. If you want to go and watch those. Again, just keep seeing people requesting stuff like this, so I'm like, right, got to make it for people. So that's that. Next thing up, let me just jump into here. Caitlin said Janet Hampson became my agent late December last year. Would not have gotten that without Acts on This. And Caitlin, what an absolute cracking result, because Janet's great. Honestly, it's and this is what I mean. When people get involved, and you meet these people, or even if you don't get a chance to speak to these people on camera. Because obviously, we can't get everybody on each night. You still learn so much about them. You get their contact information. They give it out actively. They're almost expecting people to get in touch with them who were on that call the night before, during that following week. And you've got that common ground. You're like, I saw you on Acts on This. You might have said this, such a thing. That really resonated with me. It's a real compelling reason to reach out to these people. And Caitlin, you're not the only one. Like, so many people signed with Janet. Lots of people have signed with Guy. It's happening all the time. So for people who are taking action, ultimately, so congrats. It's called Act on This because you get the information and then it's down to you to go and act on it. No one can do that for you. But you've consistently worked hard, Caitlin. Like you hustle all the time. So you deserve that. Good on you. Ricky, you mentioned before affiliates. Now, I've just again, I'm just going to be completely freaking transparent from you. I don't hide anything from anyone in our community at all. Today is the 10th of the month. On the 10th of every month, it's really interesting that you brought this up, Ricky. On the 10th of every month, I make the affiliate payouts for affiliates on Act on This. What an affiliate is, every member, when you get a membership, you get the opportunity to become an affiliate. If you go over to the website and I go to the members area, in the members area, when you are a member, you will get access to, depending on your membership level, you'll have different products in your members area, but everyone will have access to this red products here. It's there with every single every single membership. Oh, look, there's first TV role, fast track. Cracking program. It's coming back. If you click to access, click the blue button, takes you through here, and there's only 4 videos to watch, I think. 4 or 5 videos. Yeah, well, that's a training, but yeah, 4 videos to watch, really. When you go through that, it'll take you 5 minutes. You can become an affiliate. You can register as an affiliate, and what that does is it gets you a special link that is yours. It's uniquely yours, okay? And you can then share that link any way you want. I mean, don't spam people. There are rules in place so that you don't become a nuisance online, because I don't want the reputation of Acts on This crushed. But if you share that link with actors that you know, maybe you go to an acting class, maybe you've got lots of actors on your Twitter or your Facebook or whatever, you can share that link with people. And if they click that link, then Acts on This will track their usage of the site, no other site, it just tracks their usage of actonthis.tv for 30 days. So if they visit the site anytime within 30 days and they get a membership, you get a percentage of their subscription like forever, as long as they are a member. So if it's a monthly subscription, you get 25%. So you get £6 a month, because it's 24 quid a month to be a member. You get £6 a month every single month for as long as that person is a member. So if you introduce 4 actors to actonthis.tv, you will never pay for your membership as long as they are members. And if they get a yearly membership, you get 10% of the yearly membership, because the yearly membership is heavily discounted. I can't give you 25% of the yearly membership, but you get 10%, so you get 25 quid roughly for every person who gets a yearly membership. And if that renews next year, you get another 25 quid, and so on and so on. I just paid out today, and over 500 quid in affiliate payments. There's people on here, I'm sure, who put a yes in the chat if you got an affiliate payout today. You will have got something through. I'm sure there's people. Alex, I'm sure I sent you something today. I don't know who else is here, but yeah, if you got an affiliate payout, drop us a yes in the chat. If you are a member, I have no idea why you're not an affiliate, because you're just leaving money on the table. It's a sophisticated system. Don't try and game it, okay? Don't go, right, I'll cancel my membership and then I'll buy on your affiliate link and we'll share the commission. The system knows all that stuff. It's got a record of every single card you might have used, PayPal address you might have used. Don't cheat it. It'll only end up in a really awkward conversation that I don't want to have with you. But if you want to promote your link legitimately to other actors in the community, in the industry, who you're like, you know what, Act on This would be really good for you. If you're not, Alex is saying yes, there you go. If you are not an affiliate, then like you're genuinely missing out. Like, I want to have an army of affiliates, an army of advocates of Acts on This who love the community and embrace it, like all you guys here do, because you wouldn't be here now if you weren't. And I want to reward you for that, because the community is nothing without you, and I can't grow it without you. I can't do it all on my own. So I don't expect you to do it all for free. I want you to, to have a part of that success as well. Dom says, I've recommended my code to a few people who are interested in joining. Hopefully they'll sign up. Just say, listen, Dom, just go, listen, I'll sign up for you on my phone now. I'll give me your PayPal or your credit card details, and I'll put it through my affiliate link. Just do it for them. But yeah, it's just a legit way of helping other actors. It helps me, help you, help other people. And yeah, it's just a nice way to sort of give you guys something back. So Ricky, we will do. You said like an affiliate training. Maybe we do a training for people who are affiliates, where I can sort of show you some tactics and some strategies to get your link out there effectively, basically. Via social media, via email, etc. Ricky says, thanks for this, Ross. Really want to up my affiliate game. Need to learn from you, Alex. Yeah, Ricky, honestly, like I say, 500 people, that's a decent amount of affiliate payouts, over 500 quid just today. That I paid out for last month in affiliate payments. So people are doing it. The way to really do it, from what I'm seeing, Alex has been pretty successful at it. Some other people in the community have been. It's where you're not trying to sell or ram. Look at the way I try and market the community. I don't try and ram it down people's throats. Sometimes I'm like, right, if I don't really shout about this now, I'm doing you a massive disservice, because you're telling me you're getting nowhere in your career. You don't know what you're doing. Casting directors aren't seeing you. You can't get an agent. And I'm like, right, I have all of this information here that can change your career around, like on a dime. At that point, I'm like, right, you need to be a part of this. But in the majority of time, I'm very much sort of selling without selling, in a way, by just adding value, helping people anyway, to the point where you give them so much value, they're like, wow, like, this is legit. I want to be a part of it. So the best way to do it, how I've seen people generally, is if, say, you've been on a session, you've got a load of value from that session on one of our mastermind sessions. People like Alex, I see you, mate, and it's good. You tweet. Alex will tweet his biggest takeaway from that session and that'll be something that will help any other actor who's reading his tweet. It'll be a lovely little takeaway about, a tip or a piece of advice or whatever. And then he will recommend the website. and say something nice about it, and then he'll just put his link underneath that on Twitter. What Twitter does is it then automatically converts that link into like a preview box with a picture that I set on Act on This, so it all looks nice, it says the right things, and then people click that. And the idea is ultimately is once they've clicked your link, it's down to me to sell them a membership in terms of the pages that I design that you send traffic to have been designed in a way that they explain the membership really, really well, so you don't have to. They tell people exactly what they're going to get, and you get an absolute ton. So ultimately, if you send traffic to those pages, the pages will do the work for you. What turns people off is when you're like being all proper salesy and like, oh, you've got to buy this, but just like, ugh, none of us like that, do we? None of us like being sold to. So really, it's just about giving value and helping people and saying how the community is helping you. And other people will be like, if Caitlin was like, like you just did there, Caitlin, effectively you're like, look, I signed with Janet Hampson and I wouldn't have signed with her had it not been for Acts on This. I mean, that's a really compelling reason for other people who have not got an agent to sign up. Now, if you tweeted that, Caitlin, with your link, I'm sure people would click it to go and have a look. So Alex says he's not had sign-ups through those tweets. That's interesting. Well, I think you need to keep doing them, Alex, because I think they're good, definitely. How do I get my tweets seen by other people? Sandra, you just need to basically put tweets out that aren't just promo by tweeting and Instagramming and Facebooking valuable content, ultimately advice, help, inspirational stuff, funny stuff, a reason for people to follow your account because they get something from it. The more you give, the more people go, oh, I'll follow you. And then the more people who follow you, the more people like your stuff. And then the algorithm rewards that content by saying, well, if these people are liking it, I'm going to distribute it to more people. It all starts with tiny little steps when you've got 10 followers and you just, keep putting out consistent value as if you had 1 million followers. What most people do is they give up so early because they're like, oh, I've posted 3 things and I've not got 100,000 followers yet. I'm like, it doesn't happen. I post on Instagram 6 times a day, roughly going up follower-wise, only about, 600 a month, something like that, maybe 20 followers a day. So and I'm posting 6 times a day, actually designed valuable content. It's a freaking long slog. Unless you want to pay to play and you want to run adverts to your Instagram profile, or you want to run a competition on your Instagram profile where you're going to give someone 500 quid's worth of stuff if they like and share your stuff. The only other way is to offer consistent value. That's literally it. And it takes a while. It takes a long time. But the more you put in, genuinely, the more you get out. Josh has been getting a lot of followers on Twitter recently. It's been great. You must have been putting good stuff out, Josh. So that's that. I think we've covered most things that I wanted to cover tonight. We've got 9 minutes left. We can do a little bit of Q&A, or if there's anything that I've missed, or there's anything. Yeah, I mean, the other thing is just really, what do you guys want? Is there anything that we don't cover on Acts on This? One thing that I realised we hadn't covered, and I feel a duty of care to cover after what happened over the last couple of weeks in terms of, I don't know how to say it delicately, ultimately, the Noel Clarke incident and everything that, happened around that. And I'm not going to comment on any of that because I have no context around it whatsoever. But I realised that actually, there's nothing on actsonthis.tv where there's anything on boundaries, protecting yourself, intimacy, being asked to do things in auditions, setting boundaries around what you are prepared to do, what you're not prepared to do, what people are allowed to ask of you, what they're not allowed to ask of you. So I've got Lizzie Talbot, who is one of the leading intimacy coaches in the UK industry. Well, just the industry full stop. She's the intimacy coordinator for Bridgerton, so she's going to be working on Bridgerton 2, I imagine, and she's doing a session with us a week after next all about that, because I was like, it's probably not just a thing as well that sort of affects women. I know, I guess you guys probably are more, I don't know, I mean, is it even the right thing to say these days? I don't know if you are more vulnerable, I don't know, I mean, I'm sure there have been people, God, I mean, look at Kevin Spacey, I mean, again, I'm not commenting on anything, because I don't know the actual ins and outs of it. I don't know who's guilty of what. I'm not adding any fuel to any fire. But it's not just women who are vulnerable in these situations. As guys could easily be taken advantage of and asked to do things that, we're not comfortable with, etc., etc. And sometimes if you don't know that it's okay to set boundaries and say, no, I'm not prepared to do this, then you might feel pressured into doing it because you really want a job. And I think there is a power play there with people who can sometimes push people into doing things that they're maybe not completely sure of, but they do it in the spur of the moment because it's like, oh, this is someone in authority, so I must do what they say. Someone rang me up from the bank the other day. I mean, it's nothing to do with auditioning or intimacy, but I was moving some money into a cryptocurrency account, and the NatWest were like, oh, is this fraud? Is this fraud? I was like, no, it's fine. But the guy on the phone asked me for my national insurance number. Now, without even questioning to make sure he was from NatWest, because he told me he was from NatWest, I just blurted out my national insurance number. And after that, as soon as I did it, I went, oh my God, I don't even know if I should have even told you that. Like, why do you need my national insurance number? Like, I didn't know for sure he was from the NatWest, but I just made a transaction online and thought, well, chances are he wouldn't, it's a coincidence if someone calls me the second I've just done a transaction. But because he was in a position of power or perceived authority, I just gave it him straight away without even questioning it. And I bet there's people in auditions who have done things like without even questioning it and gone afterwards instantly, shit, I shouldn't have done that. So Lizzie's coming on. But if there's anything else that we've not covered at all, then please, again, let me know. I just want to give you like everything this year to just set you up. Like, I feel like we've spent a year and a half in semi-hibernation. I don't want anybody not taking full advantage of the world once we're out of this lockdown. Let's have a look. I think my mindset is definitely improving as my experience as a skill set. I've been taking on board everything I'm learning from you, Ross, and this community, getting loads more castings, and don't know what else it was, but I don't even know who it was who said that, but thank you very much. It's amazing to hear. Would the self-tape session be any kind of self-tape, i.e. I've been posting monologues and scenes to my Instagram? Ideally, Sophie, the self-tape would be, when we're doing the self-tape workshop, would be a self-tape from an audition you have had, like a genuine self-tape you have submitted. And that's probably why we won't record that session, just in case. I don't know. I mean, I guess we could do, but it would just be locked away forever in the members area. We'd have to have a look and see what the things were from. If those things that you auditioned for had already been shot, then it'd probably be okay. But ideally, it would be a self-tape that is either a script where you're acting opposite somebody as opposed to a monologue, or it would be from a genuine self-tape you submitted to a casting director. Currently on a heavy pencil for a commercial, says Maya, whose name rhymes with fire. Nice one, Maya. That's wicked. Good. Riley says, that was me, Ross. Cheers for your national insurance number. I don't know if anyone could do anything with national insurance numbers, but I got a bit paranoid. I was like, oh, God. Like, why have I just told you that? But I did because, like, I was just brought up we're conditioned from school. Like, at school, I said on a mindset thing I was doing the other day, we're told at school to line up behind one another, to put our hands up before we speak. We all wear the same thing. And throughout life, we end up doing that for the rest of our lives if we're not careful. We do what everyone else does. We never colour outside the lines. We metaphorically line up behind other actors. It's like, until it's our turn, bullshit, go and get it, push to the front of the queue. I'm all about that in a nice, respectful way. not jabbing anyone out of the way. And we put our hands up before we speak. Oh, can I have permission to ask you if you watch myself take? Can I ask permission if I can audition for you or whatever? Some people ask permission to ask permission. I get emails sometimes when people say, hi, Ross, I was just wondering if it'd be okay to email you to ask about something. Like, why don't you just like ask it in the first email? Now I've got to write back. Yeah. So what is it you want to know? And then you've got to send another email. So some people are asking permission to even ask permission, which is bonkers. Don't do that. I love the word bullshit, says Dominic. I probably overuse it, Dominic. Wicked. So that, I'm well excited. I've got a lot cleared up tonight. Very happy about that. To recap, Tom and Lucy this Thursday night from Daniel Edwards' office. Little pre-birthday bash for Lucy, but going to be an incredible session on utilising social media in your acting career to literally get auditions. Lucy and Tom and Daniel cast so many of the roles in Heartstopper, a brand new massive Netflix drama, via TikTok and Instagram. They were looking for a certain demographic that hang out on those platforms, but they are going to become, I believe, in my opinion, more and more of a tool for casting directors to discover people on. So we're going to be covering all of that on Thursday night. Then we're going to be, if someone could give Danielle in the chat there some acting class recommendations, that would be cool. I don't know anything around Bristol, Birmingham, but if you've got any recommendations, drop them in there. That's Thursday night, yeah. Then the first TV role, Fast Track Training, The brand new intake of that will happen in July, but the free training I'm putting out and the tickets for it will go on sale on the 5th of June. Go to actonthis.tv/training to get your Zoom link for that free training literally right now. Those people who opted in to the form a minute ago, I saw some come through. Can you just let me know in the chat that you got your Zoom link through? Just let me know it's all working. You should have got an email literally automated from me straight away saying, here's your Zoom link, keep it safe. I'll send it out again before that. You'll be on the list now. But just drop me a yes in the chat or got email or something like that. Just let me know that you got the Zoom link through automatically. That should all be working. But yeah, it's going to happen on the 5th of June. 10 a.m. Ricky says, yes, got the link. Nice one. Caitlin says, got it. Wicked. Keep that Zoom link safe. So that's where we're going to be doing. I'm so excited about that. Oh, I love it. Honestly, I love it. It's such a freaking good program. It's going to be even better this time as well because I've got even more to add to it. And like I say, those people who did it last time, you will get access to the new version. Don't worry about that. You won't get left behind. And if you want to attend the training live, as I say, I'll do you a mega discount on it. To just reward you for being loyal, being there the first time round. So actonthis.tv/training. Anything else that you can go to now? I don't think I had anything else that was ready just yet. I think we're all good there. That voiceover kit list page will be ready this week. I'll get Petch to finish that off tomorrow. Oh, wicked. All good. You're going to be hearing some news from Petch as well. Petch is doing something this Friday. Don't let it out of the bag, those people who know already. From the Fast Track group. I may be giving it away. I won't say it. It's not my news to give out, but yeah, very, very happy for Petch. He's done something great last week that he's reaping the rewards of this week. I'm going to finish with, because we've spoken about Babu quite a lot tonight, and I just freaking love the man. Honestly, like, you know, you just meet someone and instantly you just have an affinity with them. You get people in your life like that, don't you? Sometimes you just meet someone and it's like, you know what, I feel like I've known you forever. Babu's like that. His wife Anna's lovely as well. She's like that as well. I've been helping Anna out with some business sides. Anna runs like a membership site for mothers, or no, it's not for. It's for people who work with mothers to help people get through sort of like pregnancy in the first few years of having a kid. Because I ain't experienced that yet, but apparently it's pretty stressful. So Babu and Anna, they're just a force for good. Alicia says a shameless plug for the charity. Oh yeah, Alicia's got a really great charity thing going on at the moment, and I've even given a couple of months of Acts on this membership in the like raffle thing that Alicia's doing. So if you're in here, if you're watching live now, then click the link there. Go and support the charity. She's got one-to-ones with casting directors and lots of acting industry things up for grabs there as well. Which is good. So go and get involved in that. And Jennifer says, "Don't do it." Is that having a baby? Yeah. Honestly, I can't look after myself. I can't look after a child as well just yet. I've got to find a wife first of all. Single and ready to mingle. Listen, I'm going to play a clip out from Babu. It's an extended clip, and it's 3 pieces of acting career advice that he gave us in the mastermind session that we held with him recently. These are 3 of the best pieces of advice I feel genuinely have ever really been given on an Act on This session. They're given in an incredible charismatic way. You're going to not be able to take your eyes off the Babu Meister. I just love the way he articulates himself and his voice. But if you want to get access to the full, like 2 hour, 30 minute, I think it was 2.5 hour session with Babu, focusing massively on mindset, get an Act on This membership, you'll find it in your members area. You'll find it in the vault there. But regardless, this is just a wicked piece of advice from Babu. So I'm going to play it now. And we will end this show. But thanks so much for being here, guys. It really means the world. Chris has great prizes, fantastic cause. Get buying those tickets for Alicia. Definitely do. Do that 100%. And Emma, what's your shameless plug? Emma says, my Shakespeare play at the end of May. Real live theatre outdoors. Boom. It's coming back. So if you are alive, Emma's put a link to that as well if you are a Shakespeare fan. Wicked. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Really means the world. I hope to see as many of you as possible on Thursday night with Lucy and Tom. Bring some champers or some Prosecco or whatever. We'll celebrate Lucy's birthday early. We'll get all of the goss on what Daniel Edwards and the team are casting. I know they're going to be looking at some big dramas over the next couple of months. I don't know what they'll be able to tell us, but like really, really big TV. So we'll be able to see what's going on there. And Daniel's just moved into a brand new London office as well that's stunning. I got a tour of it the other day. Massive. The guy's clearly It's clearly too successful. He's like, he needs to give me some of that cash that he's paying for that for that space, because it must not be cheap. It's a wicked place where you'll be able to go and audition though. 2 casting rooms there. I can't wait till people in the community actually go and do auditions for Daniel. You'll love the new office. So we're going to talk all about that as well. But I'll leave you this advice from Babu. Let me know in the comments what you think of this. I'll still be able to see them as this video is playing out, and I'll see you at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday night. Lots of love to you all. Until then, bye for now.
I'm going to go for it. I'm going to give you 3 things.
Yes, go for it. Let's have it.
1, self-tapes. Beware getting advice from someone who doesn't self-tape themselves to get work.
Yes.
And this goes for the best casting directors in the world who are running self-tape masterclasses.
Yep.
Beware, because they don't self-tape to get work. If you're going to get self-tape advice, get it from someone. Not only one do they self-tape to get work, they book work self-taping.
Yes.
So I've heard all of this stuff. Make sure you light yourself properly. Don't ever go off camera. Don't do this, don't do that. Nonsense. Don't come in too close. The self-tape I did for this, I was supposed to look through a keyhole. This was me.
Yeah.
Throughout most of it. Right? They offered me the job.
Yes. I love it.
Okay. So please beware of that. Just remember, there's only one thing that counts on the self-tape, that you are deeply connected to what you are saying. If you are, they'll be like, they won't be able to tear their eyes from the screen. I don't care what you do.
Yep.
Right?
Completely agree.
Oh,
Could not agree more.
I've tired myself. Right. So that's the first one. Secondly, it's to do with, they're always trying to get you to play small. So drama schools are really bad for this, where they're constantly trying to get you to play small. So you always have to apologize a bit to the agents. Don't upset your agent. Don't upset this person. Don't upset that person. Don't upset this person. Nonsense. You have to be authentic. I spent so many years, wow, people pleaser extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Constantly trying to get people to do whatever they wanted. No. It's not about being obtuse or belligerent. It's about saying, listen, I don't agree. So I turn up to an audition, and they want me to play in a certain character and a certain accent. I looked at it and I thought, but that's not right. This is what I would like to play the part as. So I turned up and I told the director, this is what I would like to do. And he went, all right, gone. And then I did it and they cast me. And then he said to me, after you did it like that, I couldn't see it any other way.
Yes.
Because there was a moment of saying, listen, as an artist, I don't care what anybody says about actors calling themselves that, right? I want to do it this way. This is what I want to create. I see myself on set like that. I think it actually works better. Here's an idea for you. So instead of this constantly trying to follow every rule, and I'll be brutally honest with you, since moving to Gambia where the rules are a lot more flexible, I've become a lot more flexible.
Brilliant.
With what I do in my work. But there are countries in this world, particularly in the Western world, where if you break the rule, we'll break your legs.
Yep.
If you don't pay a council tax, we're coming for you. So what I'm saying is, do not let that couch you to the point you're so scared. Look, break the rules. When they say to you, do this, like this, say no. They say to you, send 100 megabyte video. I'm like, I get it, but I have a very good camera because I want to look good.
So the file's going to be 150.
You're going to have, you're going to be downloaded with a bit more. And the last one really is saying no to work.
Yep.
Listen, you can make the mistake of saying yes. I know that sounds so counterintuitive. I was offered a job at the RSC when I graduated drama school, and I said no, 14 months.
Yeah.
Because I really didn't want the roles that they were seeing me for. I wanted something else. And I went in for that, and then they offered it to me. Then they took it away, and they gave me something else. I went, listen, I'm not coming.
Yep.
My agent was vexed. My old agent.
Yeah.
I remember sending him a puppy dog card apologizing for saying no.
Oh, God.
Listen, it is your life. Why are you going to spend your time doing something that's not going to make you happy?
Yep.
All right? So I just had a lot of stuff that was... Don't get me wrong. I said no, and then I didn't work for a while.
Yep.
I ended up back at the office in Berkhamsted counting newspapers.
Did a bit of accounting or something. Yeah.
Right. So what I'm saying is, I'm sorry. I get it. You have to pay the price for saying no, but please Pay attention. Don't just think, oh, it's an opportunity. No. Is this the opportunity I want? Best advice, it's in that book. Say no to the good to make way for the great.